What's up, guys? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Rashonda, RL Beauty, if you're looking at the YouTube channel. Today's video is about Amazon finds, guys. I found some good things. I did. First thing I found was this Pro Bronzer. It says dark. I didn't believe that it would apply dark, but you guys will see in the video because I'm using it today. Next, I found today's palette, which is called Street Ink. And next is the Twilight palette. Guys, oh my goodness. These are supposed to be the dupes for the Huda Beauties. I don't have any of her palettes. Actually, I just recently got a few in the mail, but these are my first. So, I don't have the dupes to these, but I'm very interested and excited to find out how these pigments perform. A very beautiful palette. Next is the Aromas, and this is another dupe for the Huda Beauty. And I got these both on Amazon. I think they were like both 2 for $20. And I think separately they may be like 11 or 12 bucks. I'll have the link down below for you guys. But let's get into the start of today's show. You guys want to see the colors. Let's open this baby up, see what it looks like. Very pretty, very, very pretty. I like the colors that are inside. You have cool tones and you have your warm tones. So let's get into the look and see how these babies perform. First, we're going to start off by using our P. Louise base in Aroma number 4. And I'm just going to prime my eyelids down, and I'm actually giving these pigments a head start with the P. Louise base because it tends to make all shadows pop. I'm showing you guys right here what I use to carve out my brows. It's the L'Oreal concealer and honey. I've been using this for my brow to carve out my brows, and it works really good for me. Alright guys, going into the palette, first we're going to use the shade Sunrise, and we're basically just going to use that as a transition shade, you could say, and we're just going to put that into the crease and use that as the model shade for all the other ones to blend it into. The pigment on this palette is pretty good. I did not expect it to perform so well, and it is 10 bucks, guys. This palette is 10 bucks. I did not expect it to perform really good. It almost reminds me of the Profusion, except for Profusion does give you shimmers. It gives you a mix of mattes and shimmers inside of their palettes. But other than that, as far as the pigmentation of these mattes, it almost kind of put me in the mind of the Profusion palette. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade Pumpkin. And pumpkin, to describe, is almost like the shade of a pumpkin. It's a really pretty orange color, and we're going to use that to blend out the shade Sunrise. I was trying to go for a lighter shade in the palette, but wasn't trying to go extremely light to where it wouldn't coordinate with the colors that I was using. So I'm going to try my best to blend Sunrise out with Pumpkin. Alright guys, taking my Morphe brush, I'm going to go into the shade called Chrism. I'm trying to deepen it up. Sunrise wasn't as dark as I wanted it to be, so I'm going to go in with Chrism, and I'm going to deepen that up just a little bit more on the outer corners of the eye. And after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease. Yes, I'm moving quite along further in the video. I'm moving a little faster than what you guys are seeing right now. But after I apply Chrism, I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease after that. Alright guys, now the crease is cut. We didn't do a full complete cut crease. I wanted to do something a little different. So that's why it looks the way it looks at the moment. But after I've cut the crease and I blended my crease out a little bit, I'm going to place Chrism at the end of the cut crease to blend it in with the outer parts. Chrism is a very pretty maroon deep color, but I didn't want to go for a complete red look today, so I think I wanted to go with something a little different. I tried concrete wasn't working, so I went ahead and went with black. And black is a pretty pigmented shadow for this palette, for a black. You have to, of course, pack it in to get it as deep as you would like, but for the price point of this palette, the black will do it. It'll work. So I'm just putting that inside to basically deepen up my crease, just to give it a little bit more depth. And then after that, guys, I'm going to go in with Canary. No, that's not Canary. I took that's a Luxie brush from I got it from a BoxyCharm. And I took Chrism to basically blend out all the harshness, because I reapplied some shadows. So I wanted to blend everything out to make sure everything seems seamless. And after I'm done with that, I'm going to go in with another Morphe brush, and it's more of a flathead brush, and it's in the shade, and I'm going to go in with the shade Canary. Guys, my words are all over the place in this voiceover. I wasn't really expecting to do a voiceover. I did talk in my video, but as I was viewing it and, you know, doing the edits on it and everything, I realized that the TV took over, the radio took over, the fan took over, everything. It was just like a lot of noise in the background. So I was just like, I'll just go ahead and do a voiceover. So if my words are all over the place, please forgive me. I was not really expecting to do one, but I wanted to post this video for you guys because I wanted you to see some other cheap finds that are at Amazon. I didn't realize how good Amazon was. Like, I've ordered from there, but not as much as I am ordering right now. Like, I've gotten my ring light from there and a couple other things. So if you guys would like to know about that and like to see a video about my ring light, just let me know. I don't mind posting about that and, you know, showing you guys. But anyway, back into this look. I think I was off track quite a bit long enough. But anyway, Canary is very pretty, but it is a little patchy. Just to warn you guys, just to let you know, it does go on a little patchy. Some yellow, sometimes you can get a yellow and it's very easy to work with. Sometimes they're very hard to work with. Maybe on blending it out, it'll probably be a little better, but as far as packing it on, yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. But anyway, guys, back into this look. I keep getting off track. I just have so much to say. Like I said, I wasn't expecting to do a voiceover. I was talking to you guys in my video. But anyhow, maybe next time. Let's get into this face. We're going to go ahead and prime our face with the e.l.f. poreless primer, and I'm going to use my Revlon Blur primer, and I only put that on the in my T-zone because the rest of my face, it seems like it breaks me out pretty good, but not in my T-zone. So that's just why I try to focus the Revlon Blur primer. Anyway, we're trying out a new foundation today as well. I forgot to tell you that in the beginning of the video. But we're also trying out a new foundation, and it is Believe Beauty. I purchased mine in a dollar store. I'm not for sure where else you can purchase Believe Beauty. I will research that for you guys and put some links down. But I purchased mine in a dollar store, and it was like $8 to $10. Guys, this foundation is so pretty. It says medium to full coverage, but I lean more towards the full coverage. I think I used 2.5 pumps, and I got the desired full coverage that I was looking for. But of course, take in consideration that I used a tinted blur primer as well. So if you're not going to use anything that is going to be a color corrector or a tinted primer or anything like that that's going to help with your discolorations, then you may want to use a full 3 pumps. I'm just saying, just to help you guys out, so you won't say, well, she lied. I didn't lie. I'm just saying. I had a little bit extra help, a little bit extra coverage. Also, I forgot to tell you guys another step that I did in my prepping my face before I applied my foundation, and that is the Teamy oils. My goodness, I have been so addicted to the Soothe. The Soothe. It is really good, really, really good. I see a difference in my skin as I take my foundation off. After I take my foundation off, I see a difference in my skin, and it's a big difference, and it's a good one too. It seems a little clearer. It seems better. It don't seem like it's like clogging my pores or anything like that. Like, I would just advise you guys to try it, just to see. The tinted blur primer that I'm using, I forgot to tell you that it's Nude, and it's in medium number 7 is the shade that I have. I got this in, what is this? Ipsy box, which I'm no longer subscribed to. Long story, don't want to talk about it. But I got this in an Ipsy box, and I like it. I would purchase another one. The price point for this, I want to say it was like 27 to 30 bucks. I'll have that down below for you guys as well to let you know. So you don't have to go on a wild goose chase to find out how much these things are. But the tinted blur primer is really good. It seems to blur out my imperfections really well. I spread it all over my face. I don't just spot it. I do, since I have a lot of discoloration, I feel, and my skin is not as even as I would like it to be, I do spread it all over my face. I don't just spot place it. I place it everywhere. This is the foundation. The bottle is glass, okay? It is, you do not get a full ounce. You think you get 0.85 ounces. It's not a full ounce. Almost, it's not a full ounce. But anyhow, it's a glass bottle. It is a pump. I know a lot of influencers, gurus love pumps. I myself, I enjoy them. The foundation is a little runny. At first I thought that was a bad thing, but when I received my Huda Beauty foundation in the mail, I figured out that it is just as runny as well. And oh my gosh, this is my first purchase from Huda, and I love the foundation. The foundation is bomb, okay? I'm still working with the palettes that I purchased. I'll put probably some looks up about it. I really don't want to do a review about these palettes, mainly because I guess you could say I was just a little bit disappointed on how they performed. I was expecting them to perform a whole lot better, but anyway, that's another video, another time. Back to this one. We're going to blend this foundation out with a sponge, guys, versus a brush. At first, when I first used it, I used a brush, and I was not very pleased on how it applied and the finish of it. So the second time I used it, I placed it on with a brush, and then I went over it with a sponge. Using a beauty blender, sponge, however, what have you, does this foundation so much better to me, in my opinion. It seems like it gives it a smoother finish versus the textured look, if that makes sense to you guys. But anyhow, the concealer that I used was the Maybelline Fit Me, and then to lighten it up a little, Maybelline Fit Me and Cafe. And to lighten it up, I'm going to use True Beige and NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, just to give my under eye just a little bit more brightness. I forgot to mention that to contour my face, I am using Makeup Revolution in F14. At first, I mistook it as a good foundation for me, but it was too dark. So I reversed it and I used it as a contour / bronzer, and it works perfect for me. As you guys can see, it is not too dark, it's not too deep. It is just maybe like 2-3 shades deeper than my skin tone, which is perfect for contouring for me. Next, I'm showing you guys just how your face can look when you blend it out versus when it is not blended. I'm still working on my skills. I'm not perfect. I'm still working on them, so I'm getting better. I realize that in myself, and I hope you guys do too. The powder that I'm using is from Morphe, and the other one is JCat Beauty. Ironically, both of these are banana powders, but they are two different shades, as you guys can see. JCat Beauty is a more banana looking powder. The Morphe is more on the goldish tone, but it's still very beautiful for placing down first to neutralize the underneath the eye and everything, and then placing the JCat Beauty, the actual banana looking powder, underneath the eye to brighten that up. That way you don't have just this pop of brightness that be like, wow, pow, you know, and then when you take your pictures and everything, you realize, be like, that under eye is not gonna work for me. So I would advise trying those two together. They work very well. I'm just dusting off the excess and everything on my face from the powders that I used. I'm taking my Morphe powder and hazelnut to set all over the face. Also, if I forgot to mention, the foundation shade is hazelnut that I used. So if I forgot to mention that, I do apologize to you guys. But anyway, I'm setting my face with the Fenty Pro Filter setting powder and hazelnut. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my bronzer and bronze my face. And I want you guys to tell me your thoughts in the comment section on the bronzer. I liked it because if you put it over your contour, it gives your contour a little bit more depth. It does deepen your contour up. But if you're looking for it to give you like a certain deep bronze look, it does not do that. It gives you more of a shimmer. But at the same time, I like it. It did do something for my skin. I don't know, guys. You tell me what you think in the comments down below. Also, I purchased the setting spray from Believe Beauty, and the setting spray is bomb. It's a fine mist, so if you're looking for anything that's just gonna squirt out at you or gives out a lot or is very powerful, it's not. It gives out a very fine mist, but it does hold your makeup. I must say that it does hold your makeup. I will let you guys know down in the description box. Just check out the description box if you would like to know the price points, or I'll have them somewhere on the video to let you guys know how much these items are, because I believe that these Believe Beauty is pretty new to the beauty community. So I will most definitely make sure that I put some price points up here for you guys. And to finish off this look, I'm just going to take a Kaima Cosmetics, and this is in Daiquiri, and it's a glitter, and I'm just going to place that on the eye because I wanted to give the eye just a little bit more of a pop, you know, just to do a little bit more for it. I took my brown sugar lip gloss from Colored Rain, and I just placed that on my lips, and as you guys can see, it's a neutral, very neutral lip gloss, and it's beautiful for women of color. I like it. I enjoy it. It dries down at least a little matte at the end. It stays on, but it's beautiful. Anyway, guys, I think I've talked to you enough. I think I've talked enough. I hope you guys enjoyed this video so much. Please give me so many thumbs ups, likes, subscribes. Just let me know that you're feeling your girl. Also, if you pick this palette up or if you've used it or anything like that, let me know. I would like to really know you guys' thoughts. I don't believe that this palette is really popping in the beauty community, but something to play in for some starters, beginners, I would recommend this palette. But anyhow, thank you guys. I love you all so very much. Have a wonderful